Ladies and gents, welcome to Reaction. This is Charlie Kirk Assassination Explained. Bachang AI tell. Is this AI channel? I don't know. Yeah, Charlie Kirk thing recently happened. I think it was in like some kind of a talk where somebody just man, the same shit nearly happened a year ago to Trump, which is like in modern times this is weird to me. And obviously like the guy who was involved with is like problematic, right? Like he was some like guy who never left home and it was like socially awkward. Why does everything fit bill perfectly like that every single time? Every single time is somebody like that. I really think like schools and everyone needs to like increase the like therapy slash mental health related things more and more. Like going to talk to a shrink should be mandatory from now on, because at least you know like where people's mindsets are and if you can help them or not. Like even if pills help you at that point, like fine enough. People are making like drugs, like like actual pills, medications that help you. People are kind of like vilifying, oh, this is not good, this is not good. Yeah, it's not good if you don't have any issues, but if you have issues, it's just better to take them than not, right? I don't know what else to say, man, right? Because it's just fucked up. Political issues, political violence is becoming a common thing. It's like wars are becoming common thing. Political violence is becoming common thing. It's just weird time we live in, man. So let's watch this one. I don't know detail about this. I'm pretty sure was this the same channel that I watched like Trump thing as well last year, where they explain, like somebody explained. Is it the same channel? I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Let's watch this one.
On September 10, 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. This is the possible position where the assassin had a clear line of sight from a building located about 430 feet away.
Every time.
The assassin squeezed the trigger and a single bullet traveled this distance and struck Charlie Kirk right in the neck. More detail all in the video ahead.
What?
Charlie Kirk was tragic.
What the fuck? In the neck? Yeah, that was inevitable, isn't it? Like neck, like it's really hard, not impossible, but really hard to survive a neck thing. Because every vital thing goes through your neck. That's what neck is literally bridged to your brain, to your entire body, which is like, yeah, that's the problem in itself.
Assassinated at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah on September 10, 2025.
Utah.
He was hosting a large outdoor debate event as part of Turning Point USA's nationally publicized tour, titled the American Comeback Tour. This event was designed as a lively debate platform called Prove Me Wrong, where Kirk invited students to challenge his political and cultural views.
So you telling me that he went in front of the students and somebody like, people are already saying like Dave Chappelle and everybody like, you can't go to colleges now. People are so like close-minded. They can't even hear an argument or hear a joke. That's how college is supposed to be something that makes you smarter. People get PhDs through colleges. Like the great scientists of our time comes from colleges. How did it become such fucked up that it's the last thing you think of where you think about anything that anyone having any kind of smart related to them? Like smart word, does that even correlate with colleges anymore? Oh, I'm going to invite students to debate them. Okay, people are just going to scream at you if you try to debate them. They won't even hear your argument. I've literally seen people just closing their ear and screaming. This is what happens when you're when you know like nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to punch you in the face. You don't want to argue, walk away. What is screaming? And this shit happens, really? Like this, if you don't become reasonable, right? If you become so unreasonable, there will be a time people will do drastic thing that doesn't help anyone when it comes to colleges. Where like free speech and a lot of democratic values will be like infringed completely. Because you don't want to talk with people. And you be the only one who to blame it. Like you can blame any people who are doing it, but in the end it will be your fault. Because it's like accumulation of things. There will be a last straw that breaks camel's back. This is insane, man. Students, really?
First, let's orient ourselves with a bird's eye view of the scene and the positions of everyone involved. Utah Valley University's campus is a mix of open courtyards and multi-story academic buildings. At the heart of the event was the Losey Center building, a multi-story structure adjacent to the main courtyard where Kirk's event took place. Charlie Kirk himself was positioned on an outdoor stage under a large white tent emblazoned with the tour's banner. He was sitting and speaking into a microphone, facing hundreds of students seated along the main walkway and gathered around the stage. The crowd was estimated at over 3,000 attendees, including
3,000.
students and visitors.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, on the rooftop of the Losey Center building, a person dressed entirely in black was seen. This building was approximately 430 feet, about 131 meters, from where Kirk and his team were stationed on the stage. The rooftop
Was he part of this university, the shooter? Right. As soon as I went off against university, there'll be people like, oh, yeah, as soon as you heard it, you went off. Yeah, there's a reason behind it. I've been hearing this shit a lot. And now I hear this shit happen at university. Like, of course I'm going to go off like, what is happening? And this is a very American thing. It's not happening anywhere else when it comes to like universities and colleges in general. Like, what the fuck? Was the shooter part of the university? Because that would be like one of the fucked up thing there is.
shot provided a clear vantage point with open sight lines directly to the event area. Security footage and numerous eyewitness accounts have confirmed that the gunshot rang out from this rooftop location while Kirk was actively speaking. The bullet struck Kirk in the neck, causing him to collapse on the stage. But how did the assassin escape despite the huge crowd? The assailant's use of distance, the campus layout, and what is believed to be a scoped firearm indicate a high degree of planning and precision. The shooter chose an elevated, concealed position to avoid close detection and maximize the chances of escape. Here is the bullet trajectory. Given this altitude, the assassin had a clear, unobstructed line of sight directly to the stage where Charlie Kirk was standing.
That building is, this building, because like he chose a way that one side completely is blinded to him, only one side can see him.
The assassin had a clear, unobstructed line of sight directly to the stage where Charlie Kirk was standing and addressing the crowd. The bullet's trajectory descended steeply and accurately through open space to strike Kirk in the neck, which strongly suggests the use of a scoped firearm designed for long-range precision. As soon as the shot was fired, the gunman likely retreated to an entrance on the top of the building. Despite security efforts, the shooter disappeared without a trace, climbing down from the building and blending into nearby campus structures or escape routes surrounding the Losey Center. Witnesses reported that panic broke out immediately after the shot. The audience scattered, seeking shelter as shouts of "Get down" and "Run" echoed across the courtyard. Campus police and Kirk's personal security team moved swiftly to secure the area and evacuate Kirk. Here is the detailed timeline of how it happened at 12 o'clock p.m.
12 o'clock. Oh, that all like sun is on your head. So that makes already hard to see things because you don't think about it. Like, but go outside when it's 12 or 12 to 1 p.m. when sun is directly at your head. Try to look around the building. You just have a hard time. You just squint. You'll start to squint your eyes. It's already hard to see if there is anybody up there, or like unless you're looking for. Yeah, you can look there, but you're not specifically looking for anyone. So like it's really hard to detect anyone. Man, this is just fucked up, man. This is like too precision, like. But I know, like I'm pretty sure they talked about suspect, like how he was just like some kid or some shit. Is that real? Like what is happening? Or is there some other suspect? I don't know.
September 10, 2025. Event begins. Charlie Kirk began the event, with more than 3,000 people gathered to attend. The security detail consisted of 6 officers along with Kirk's personal security team. 12:20 p.m., lead up to the shooting. Kirk was seated at the debate table, answering questions from students. The discussion touched on sensitive topics such as mass shootings and gun violence.
Oh, come
Kirk
on.
remained calm and composed as he responded to a question about mass shooters, still holding the microphone while seated. The atmosphere was lively but controlled, many sitting close to the stage while others watched from nearby balconies and standing areas. 12:22 to 12:23 p.m., the assassination. Suddenly, a loud gunshot echoed through the courtyard. Kirk was hit in the neck while speaking. Within minutes, immediate response. Campus police, already on the scene, quickly secured the area. Kirk's security team rushed him to a nearby hospital in a private vehicle. Nearby buildings went into lockdown as police conducted room-to-room searches for the shooter. 2 people were briefly detained but later released. The shooter was not captured and remains at large.
2 people were detained from what? From where? I guess I just assume somebody from the crowd must have shooted. Like, but then again, can't cops see the difference between a shot coming from distance, from a rifle compared to gunshot, like a pistol shot? I don't know. But then again, it's really hard to, like, if you're like a walled area this auditorium, that's what probably this was, right? Like this sitting, everything. So it's really hard to like know where the shot came from.
12:37 p.m. Campus lockdown and evacuation. University officials announced a full campus evacuation and canceled classes. Students and staff were instructed to shelter in place until law enforcement declared the campus safe. Early afternoon, official announcements. It was confirmed that Kirk had died from his injuries at the hospital. But to truly understand assassinations, we need to look at different case studies where even a single assassin has wreaked havoc by targeting high-profile leaders. But first, let's take a closer look at how the Secret Service works to prevent assassinations.
There was no Secret Service this time, obviously, right?
Closest to the principal, in this case Trump, are teams of around 5 to 7 highly trained Secret Service agents. In the 100-foot radius, that is the middle perimeter, there's usually a mix of Secret Service and local law enforcement. An armored SUV or limousine is also on standby within this middle perimeter, covering portions of the motorcade and any pre-event screening. In the outer perimeter, security largely falls to local law enforcement officers. In Butler, the building the shooter climbed was technically outside of the rally venue, and the Secret Service didn't sweep it. It fell through the cracks, which still falls to the Secret Service because it means nobody checked to ensure the plan was implemented correctly. But before we move ahead, let's map out the basic positions of all the parties involved. First, we have the former...
Okay, this might sound impossible, but I don't think it, right? If you have president, like at the time he was a candidate, but now, if you have president of the United States there, you must have enough servicemen that you basically check and control the area where there is any range of rifles, right? So far distance where anyone can have rifles, you basically have people there seeing if there is anybody there or not, or like just crowd of people. Even if it takes hundreds of like secret men, like Secret Service men, they better be there. Like you can afford it, right? Because any range is too much. Like anything, this is not going to be like the movie Wanted where somebody just shoots from like a million miles away. Any range you can reasonably think of, even a trained shooter can shoot from, there should be Secret Servicemen everywhere checking areas.
President's podium, and just beside him are 3 bleachers where a selected audience is seated. Behind them is the sniper team, which can be divided into north and south positions located on 3 buildings. Sniper Team North is located on the first building, while on the third building you can find Sniper Team South. Almost sandwiched in between are these trees, which provided some cover from the Secret Service Sniper Team North. Finally, we have the shooter, who climbed from one of those ladders and selected this position to take out his target. This is what the shooter is likely using, a red dot sight with magnification. When ready, he squeezes the trigger, firing 3 bullets in a controlled manner. Let's map out each of the bullets in detail. Out of the 3 bullets fired, the first bullet hit Mr. Trump on the ear.
Just this, yeah.
This is the same round that also hit 2.
Trump is one of the luckiest people ever lived. He literally, and that saved him. Otherwise, this is where he would have shot. Like that, if you know, like what, you're done basically. This is fucked up, right? Even when you were kids, people would tell you like, don't hit ground like that, like here. That's the problem in itself, right? If the bullet has gone through here, like, yeah, that Trump is done. So just doing this was enough. Like, that's the luckiest thing ever.
Audience member in Bleacher 3, rendering one of them in critical conditions. Let's move the camera to a top angle to show the line along which the bullet traveled. Next, 2 more bullets were fired. One of them hit a tractor, which was being used as a makeshift array for speakers. These rounds also hit a hydraulic lever, causing it to burst, almost dropping the speakers. The last 5 shots were probably fired in semi-automatic mode. One of these bullets sadly hit an attendee, and our condolences goes out to his family.
Oh,
in total,
come on. Yeah,
around 7 to 8 bullets were likely fired by the shooter. Here's a map of all the bullets fired to help you understand better. Everybody was complaining about the Secret Service sniper for taking 2 minutes to take out the shooter. But let's take a look from the sniper's point of view. First of all, we have these tree lines that could have obstructed the Sniper Team North, while the Sniper Team South had a clear line of sight. Here are 2 scenarios circulating on the internet. In scenario 1, the leaves and branches of the tree covered almost 90% of the shooter's entire position. However, for an experienced shooter, this would have been possible to manage. He might have fired the shot and took out the threat. Let's look at scenario 2. The distance from sniper south to the shooter was around 600 to 700 feet. This is also a possible shot and can be accounted for by assuming that sniper team south took out the shooter from this range. When ready, he took his shot and fired his rifle with a 308 Winchester round, taking out the shooter. So maybe there was some miscommunication between the two teams regarding who should take out the shooter, resulting in a delay of around 2.
Look, man, if I were to think rationally, they should have acted very quickly. But I know there are protocols that doesn't matter what, they have to follow it. Otherwise, they themselves would be in trouble if anything wrong happens. Sometimes loopholes in bureaucracy holds you down, which is kind of fucked up to me. Because if your job to there to like protect president or candidate, whatever, like you need to instantly react, right? Doesn't matter what. You need to instantly react because there's a higher target there, right? I don't know. You need to protect the higher target. If you see, I mean, they are trained. They would instantly know where the shot came from. They are high up there. It's not like the sound would have echoed. They know where the sound came from. You know, the trees are obstructing. They should have like tried to shoot it, even as a suppressing fire, so the guy runs away.
2 minutes.
Because otherwise they leave a chance open for Trump to get shot.
When the threat was detected on the roof. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Should the second sniper
Let's
team
get to Charlie Kirk. Why are you talking about Trump?
We have here the corrected and verified timeline from the moment Thomas Mueller Crook arrival to when the former president getting into his personal plane Trump Force One, all in the videos ahead. Thomas Mueller Crook parked his van on Lawrence Avenue. The van was also suspected of containing explosives. He got out and walked all the way to this bottling company plant, choosing the building on the right. He then climbed a ladder located there and made his way to the top of this slanted roof. Also,
or you know what, I'm gonna stop here. Most of the video is like Trump. Like, come on, man. I thought it was Charlie Kirk thing. So there's nothing much information about Charlie Kirk. Is this really AI? Because why is 70% video Trump and 30% only Charlie Kirk thing? Alright. Again, as soon as I ranted about colleges in the start, there are people who are going to be triggered. I don't care, man, if you're triggered. You probably didn't even watch this video all the way now. But as soon as I heard colleges and university, a guy there, right-wing guy, went there to debate them, and at that campus, somebody shot him. That's like, how you want me to react to it, man? That is like, that's one of the most, like, one of the death things, right? Like, you hear about these things, and that's what happens. Like, are you kidding me? Of all the places in university, come on. I don't know what's happening with education. That's kind of pisses me off. I'm very scientific guy. So when it comes to like universities, education in general, I become defensive a lot. And when shit like this happens, it kind of pisses me off. Like, why are you doing this, man? People already like, who needs education? Who need colleges? People already have this view. And now you're one of the people who don't want to debate anyone. You just close your mind up. Any right wing, you just call them Nazis and walk away. Like, come on, man. This is bullshit. Right? I know that this is not most colleges, and there are probably going to be places where like people actually debate and they're actually proper places. But these are enough to cause an issue, right? And this shit happening in university kind of pisses me off, man. Right, well, I guess I'll see you next time.